love, it bring me peace. I love my family. Your love, it bring me peace. I love my family. Your love, it bring me peace.
Hey guys.
Back for part 2.
Yes.
And just like we told you on the part 1, the part 2 is going to be about newlywed and
And basically, what do you expect to change once you get married, and what challenges do you face during your first, I guess, after you're married?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'll let you go first. What do you expect to change, or do you expect anything to change?
I mean, I don't expect anything to change, but there is not much we need to change because the way that we were living before we got married, we pretty much were living as if we were already married. We just haven't made it official yet, so I was just thinking too much in my head.
Yeah. So I guess for me, I didn't expect anything to change because in my mind, I figured like the way that we are, like why would we change, right? Like you want to marry me as I am today, or the relationship as it is today, and people have this idea that, and it's honestly like how you perceive marriage. Like if we've been dating 8 years, and if I'm not one way now, why would you expect the day after us tying the knot I'm gonna be completely different?
Because you hear from certain men that have certain experiences with their relationship once they got married. Even I heard it from women too that once they get married, their husband just get lazy.
And it's because of the idea that people have of marriage. Like for like a man could be like cleaning all the time or helping with the load and stuff like that, and then in his mind what a marriage is the woman taking care of the home. So he expects after day 1 of marriage that you're going to take care of the home. So I'm not going to do anything. And that's the same thing. So I feel like it's your idea of marriage. Now me, I've always seen my parents do everything together. So that's how we ran our relationship, is we do everything together. We consult each other. Like, no, I don't ask him, can I buy these shoes from Nordstrom? But, you know what I mean? Like, those little things will change, you know what I mean? Like, we'll, discuss purchases before we make them. But it's just like how you start your relationship is how you want to finish. I got that from the game. Listen. And that always stuck with me, is like, why would we... Like, that's why marriages don't work, because people have this preconceived notion, and then they expect their partner to change.
The expectation they have made up
in their mind,
which is a superficial idea they just made up in their mind because of what? Movies. You see the entire perfect family, but it's a movie. You can't make whatever you want of a movie. So
right, and everybody's relationship is different. Like what works for y'all
may not work for us.
May not work for us.
And what work for us may not work for y'all.
And then what worked for y'all before you said I do, why would you change that? Yeah. Like that's what worked for y'all. That's what got y'all to I do. And no, you're not supposed to change, but you should evolve. Yeah. Right? Because we're all gonna evolve and as we grow and things like that, but we should be growing together, you know what I mean? And it's like if you've dated for a while, especially, as long as us, 8 years, we've evolved with each other as we've changed. Like we were together in our early 20s, and now you're 31, I'm 29, I'm pushing 30, so it's like we've changed a lot. Like you were not 21-year-old George, or 23-year-old George. I'm not 21-year-old Ashley. So it's like, why now that we're married can't we continue to evolve with each other? You know what I'm saying? So it's just what's in your head and what you think marriage is, and even for some women, like they feel like, okay, now I'm married, I gotta do XYZ, and your husband may not have wanted you to do XYZ. He was fine with
things, but everybody get things in their head, you know.
Exactly. So yeah, I know we have things that we have to work on.
No,
And we know, right? Everybody has
work on.
things they have to work on, but it's like the dynamics of the relationship don't have to change, you know.
Yeah.
So that's part one. What else was I gonna say? The other part was like, what challenges have you faced? I mean, we've only been in this thing 2 weeks, so we haven't really faced any
any big
major
challenges.
challenges.
But I mean, what challenges didn't expect you to face? Like,
well, some people say the first year of marriage, it could either be heavenly bliss or it could be really hard. And I just think that it depends on what stage you are in the relationship. I think for us,
because I think some people they'd be like 2 years and they get engaged, so
yeah.
it's still fresh. I feel like
you're still figuring this person out.
Yeah,
You
but
still.
us, we got 7 years.
Some people didn't even live together, so now
exactly.
you really
so now
figuring
you
them out.
really but we did this thing a long time ago.
Like in the beginning of our relationship, you know, living together and things like that. And that's why I would always advise, or not really advise.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody's different.
Do not shy back. I feel like in this day and age, I mean,
you got to. I'm sorry.
Based on your religious beliefs, do
Yeah.
what you have to do. But to me, I feel like in this day and age, you gotta live with your partner.
You gotta live
know
with your
what you're
partner.
dealing with.
You don't know who they are until you live with them. Like, I remember when I went to Miami and we started living together, he snaps about the smallest things that are small to me. They are huge to him. And I remember, he snapped on me about toothpaste. So we were sharing toothpaste, and this was never a thing, but I just like push the toothpaste at the top, right? He pushes from the bottom up. And he saw that little dent in the toothpaste at the top. And he was like, "Did you use my toothpaste?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Well, why you didn't push it down?" And I'm like, I mean, he was really mad about the shit. And I'm like, "Because I didn't know I was supposed to." And I'm like, "But from now on, I will do from bottom up. I will do that." I'm sorry. I didn't know that was the thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it's like, if y'all just got married and now he finding out you push the toothpaste the wrong way, you gonna be like, "Well, who's this I'm living with?" You know, so it was just little things, like little annoyances. Everybody has their pet peeves, and it's like, it's cool to talk about it on the phone, but
yeah, and then like talking don't do no justice, because you can tell someone, "Oh, I'm not this way, I'm that way," but once you did it, you're like, "I thought you said
right." Or you'll be like, "I told you 2 years ago I don't like this XYZ."
You will say anything on the phone, especially in the beginning, so you just trying to put your mic on, but once you start to get real, you just be like, "Oh shoot." But I mean, you have to have some experience on how someone live, or like you can come and try and spend the night, 1 night, 2 nights.
No, because that first night always be good. You gotta spend a week at least.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Spend the night. You got, because I mean,
1 week be good too. You might need
I mean, it's a long term relationship. So after after like a couple months, you get to, they come at night, and you're like, "Wait, listen, like you know." But,
it's when the drawers start mingling in the drawer. That's when, when you're making space for somebody else. That's when you realize.
Yeah.
Do you foresee us going through any challenges in this first year of marriage?
No, I don't. What I'm thinking about challenges is like, what is a challenge? Because I mean, we have been through
We've been through a
so
lot.
many
That's
challenges.
true. You know what? Some people. So finances is like the number one reason for divorce, right? And a lot of people fear dealing with finances, or they're scared about the topic. We've never been scared to delve into the topic of finances. I mean, we have a whole budget together. But do you think that we would have any challenges financially,
Yeah.
Really?
But you shopping all the time?
I do get my shop on, y'all.
Yeah, sure.
I get him stuff too.
Yeah, this is the what you call hash gift. Be like, "I bought you this, go out there and play with it."
But now that we've joined forces and we are one, so now I'm gonna be I honestly like want to chill on shopping now because we have bigger goals that we're trying to get to. Okay, and then the next question: what bad experiences have taught you what long-term commitment really looks like?
The time when I got locked out, but that may be one of them. Yeah, pretty much that. And then the fact that we moved here and then we have to do the back and forth with calls and stuff like that. It shows me that you were really down.
Right.
I mean, it's throughout the years, I feel like it was a lot of things, but I feel like that was the starting point because that's when we were just in Miami. You were just in Miami, what, 2 months?
Yeah.
And then he happened, and from then on, you kept on sticking by my side. So then, I feel like we both have our share of like a challenges, especially with you. We have like a surgery and stuff like that. It's just like, okay, now is the time to, step up, and not just be there for the honeymoon phase or the glamorous phase when it's all sunshines and roses and, when it's stormy, you gotta be there too. Because eventually it will pass.
Right, yeah. And there's going to be rainy days. And once you understand that, it ain't that hard to get over that hump.
Yeah.
It's not going to always, like you said, be sunshine and roses. It's going to be some hard times. It's going to be some good times. But are you going to stick with me through the hard times? Are you going to be there? And I feel like for me, I would say my pregnancy was when I realized, like, no, like we going a distance with this thing. Yeah, because I feel like we had our up and down moments, and when I found out I was pregnant, I was actually off to law school, y'all, and he told me he didn't want me to go. He did tell me that, and what I tell you?
What you said? I'm gonna go regardless. If you with me on that, I'm gonna make it happen.
He's really, he ain't putting the attitude on. He ain't putting the stank on it. You got to put the stank on.
Me on that. I'm going. What are you saying?
I'm going to make my dreams come true.
You pregnant? You about to go to a whole different city? You ain't got nobody there. Yeah. No doctor that you can see.
Yeah, he wasn't having it. But
she was committed to that law school thing. I was
committed to law school. I was like, okay, now I'm having, because I found out a week before I was leaving. A week before. Yeah. So it's like, I'm going to have to try to make it my best. I'm having a baby, so I don't want my kid to feel like I never wanted to be that person who... That
give up their dream for the kids.
For their kids, right. I wanted to be the one to be like, yeah, mama was carrying you during her first, while she was in law school, and I did it, and you could do anything you want to do. So I wanted to be that example, but I did end up coming home just because it was a lot.
She still because you came home and went back for your master.
For my master's, yeah.
So maybe it wasn't the law what's called degree, but you still went back.
Yeah, and I felt, and he came to visit me. He surprised me, y'all. I did not know this man was coming, but he was in the car. We were on the phone, and I could hear his car door. When you're at the gas station and your door, your door's open, and it's like ding ding ding. So I could hear that, and so I'm like, "Where you at?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm at the gas station." Like, where you going? And then he sent me a screenshot of was it your...
Of the map.
Yeah, of the navigation. And I was like, and I saw Orlando, and I'm like, you're coming to see me. So I got a room and everything, and he came to Orlando.
I'm sure we was on the phone when you got out. You're like, okay, cool, let me go look at this room.
Yeah. He was like, all right, I got about 2 hours. So I'm like, all right, I went to the grocery store. Yeah. Cooked for us and brought it to them.
What you want and brought me dinner.
Brought him dinner, cooked him dinner, y'all. And I was just showing him everything and my school and all this. So I was going to class, couldn't even focus because I was so excited.
You was going to class and coming back.
Yeah. So it was fun, but. And everything else we went through with my pregnancy, me not working, my sickle cell, he really was like there for everything, like every hospital visit, every doctor visit. I mean, the hospital visits, yeah, he was like, he hates. That's why we always see us joking about, I didn't think he was gonna stay and all that stuff, because he hates the hospital, but and waiting and stuff. But he did it with me, stuck by me. When I had to have surgery, he was right there, like, that let me know, like, yeah, this the one right here, cause he had to put up with a lot. He had to put up with a lot. I mean, it's been surgery after surgery, sickle cell. I mean, he didn't really understand it, cause I told you in the beginning, like, yeah, I got sickle cell. He ain't know what the fuck he was. I tried to explain, you know, just so that, cause we were living together, so I wanted him to be prepared for what happens, and he was like, okay, but until I went through it, he didn't understand it.
Yeah. You live and you learn.
Live and you learn. So now he be ready to go. He's like, Mama, you alright? You need me to go to the house? You want me to drop you off? But, yep. So that's what let me know this is a long-time commitment. Like, he ride for me, y'all. That's my ride or die. You never hear of a guy being the ride or die, but he definitely ride for you, girl.
I guess. Thank you guys. Like always, it's always been a pleasure. We love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share.
Share, tell a friend, to tell a friend.
To tell a friend. Until next time,
We out.